Today we're going to talk about Google's new product, Opal. And we're going to go through and look at why it's useful and is it for production. Let's get started. All right, the first thing you want to do is go to opal.withgoogle.com. That's going to bring you to their page. Now, you may have another intermediary page before getting started, but ultimately when you go to create, you're going to end up with basically this gallery. Now, there are a few of them in here, and there are some interesting ones by the Opal team. This business profiler, for instance, which is quite nice, right? It's just 3 steps, and you just come over here and say, we'll turn off remix. So to make a copy of one of their or somebody's, I don't know what they call these automations or Opal flows, you do have to remix it in order to edit, and I think we can click, well, I don't know what we can click. It looks like a bug. It is in experimental phase, right? Experiment. So look forward to lots of changes. But quite simple. You come right over here and you say enter business URL. And you put that URL right here. And off it will run and start research. Now this is really nice as just a quick tool. The question becomes, does this replace N8N or Make.com or Zapier? Is this the automation killer? And at this point, I say no. And the reason for that is lots of the extensions, the plugins that are available to connect to outside sources are not currently available. Knowing Google, they will continue to build it out, and it's very likely that they may in the future. This is quite nice. If we look at, we click on an initial one of these nodes, here is where our prompt is generated. And we have this user input. So let's come back over here and let's go to a create new real quick and I'll show you this. So you have user input, which is the yellow. You have a generate cell, which is blue. And of course you can pick your, they have quite a few different LLMs available. This is pretty nice. Also, it suggests a prompt. And then you have an output, which is green. And these are really the only 3 controls that you have. You can add assets, and these are pretty minimal. YouTube, upload a file. So these are pretty minimal. But what I'd like to show you is how simple it is to get started. So I'm going to just delete these. And I'm going to use voice right here. So you're going to hear me give the prompt real quick. I use a tool called Aqua. You could use the voice right here, but I'm going to use Aqua. I would like to create a flow that allows me to enter a description of the overall information that I want. Then it creates the keywords, including LSI and keywords of intent, and includes long tail keywords as well. Then researches the topic thoroughly, creates a outline, and then according to best practice from Bing and Google, in order to be optimized for indexing, generates a SEO blog post, and then at the end or at the same time it creates the list of keywords for me and includes 2 image prompts that are related to the content, and go ahead and generate LinkedIn, Facebook, X, and Instagram posts as well. All right, so I went ahead and put that in here. I'm going to hit play. This is going to take it a few moments, so I'm going to pause it so you don't have to watch that. But we'll be back here in a moment. All right, great. We're back, and that took about 1.5 minutes, so not too terribly long. And notice here, if we enlarge this just a little bit, so we have a topic description. Remember, that's yellow for user input. The generate are all these blue, and it does tell you how they're connected. So this generate keywords, if we come over here and look at it, it says that we are let's see, you are an expert in SEO and keyword research. Right here, it has the triple quotes and then the tool that it's using or the node that it's using from before. And we can see that when we get to here, the next one in line, it takes these 2. The next one takes, the previous ones. Now, right down in here, this is interesting, right? We do have this split. So it generates the prompts and also generates the posts. So it creates content, prompts, and posts, and then returns the output, which is green, all of this information. So let's give it a run. Let's go over here and we're going to say 2025 end of year new and exciting updates from Go High Level concerning new features. Now notice we're going in line here, so we're starting with the keywords. So we have the generate keywords. Again, it takes it a few minutes, so I'm going to pause it and we'll be back in a moment. Okay, great. The conduct deep research took about 10 minutes. The overall elapsed time was like about 18 minutes. So I hope it produced some good quality content. So Go High Level 2025 end of year, unpacking the latest and exciting. That looks good. It looks like advanced AI features, AI-driven tools, workflow assistant, chatbots. These are really good. Next generation funnel builder, which is true. Yep, they did this as well. So this is all correct information, or it looks visually, first skim anyway, looks correct. Notice the blog is considerable. I saw a link, ideas here. Oh, okay, so this is nice. Their roadmap, how to get started with these. So you would want to come in here and make sure if you're doing Go High Level that you put your affiliate link in here. Then we see the SEO keywords. Those are all pretty good. Course creation, wow. Keywords by user content. This is nice. Navigational, transactional, long tail. Man, this is a really good list just in general. Wow, look at all of those. Then the image prompts. So diverse professional user. That looks pretty good. Okay. Then I think there's another one here. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the second one. And then here is our prompt. So LinkedIn, pretty nice LinkedIn prompt. Looks good. So it only took a matter of a few words to get it started. Does take a little bit to run it, but it is really useful for things like this, where maybe you don't want to build an entire automation, or better yet, you want to test it out. You can test it in just a matter of minutes. And again, you can come to any of these right here and just start typing to add. There's also the suggest and edit here. Testing a general automation, very simple, as long as you do not get into external data sources. But to get started, to try things out, or to be able to create some tools that you use that you don't mind just a manual step here or there, Opal is definitely top notch. If you're interested in learning more about Go High Level, N8N, how to automate and use AI to benefit your small business or your solo business, this is the link to my school. It'll be in the description. And our community, we are very focused on doers. If you really want to learn how to use the tools so you don't have to hire more people, you don't have to outsource it, and you want to free up some of your life, this is really our focus. So I'd look forward to having you, and have a great day. Take care. Happy automating.